Hello, my friends. I know that today is a hot day, but it's always cold in the library. Always. This evening, the story that I hope you will hear is about Georgia O'Keeffe, who was an artist. And it's called My Name is Georgia, a portrait by Jeanette Winter. And again, this is another artist that you really need to see her artwork, and so I'll have some links up on the site there, which you can see. And I hope you will like this. And the way it's written is if Georgia were talking, okay? My name is Georgia, but my name's Miss Ng, and I'm from the Shaler North Hills Library. Oh, and my watch is beeping, so I'm gonna turn that off. Hold on, sorry about that. All right, here we go. My name is Georgia. Georgia O'Keeffe was born on a farm in Wisconsin in 1887. When I was 12 years old, I knew what I wanted, to be an artist. I've always known what I wanted. When I was small, I played alone for hours and hours and hours. I was satisfied to be all by myself. I did other things that other people don't do. When my sisters wore sashes, I didn't. When my sisters wore stockings, I wore none. And when my sisters wore braids, I let my black hair fly. I rode to town every Saturday to copy pictures from the stack in the art teacher's cupboard. At home, I looked out my window and I drew pictures of what I saw. Maybe I could make something beautiful. At a school in Chicago, I drew from statues in the museum. At school in New York, I painted one still life painting a day, every day. At school, I painted my teacher's ideas. But when school days were over, I went out into the wide world to discover my own ideas. I went to the Texas plains, the wild west of my childhood books. You have never seen sky. It is wonderful. I walked into the sunset. I felt the wind across the plains. And I painted the sunset and the sky and the wonderful loneliness and emptiness of the place. I painted day and night. I worked until my head felt lighter in the top. I have things in my head that are not what anyone has taught me, shapes and ideas. But I bundled up my paintings and I went to New York City to be where other artists lived. I walked down the canyons of steel. I lived high up in the clouds and painted what I saw from my window. But sometimes what I saw from my window was the far away calling me. I painted a garden in the city. I wanted everyone to see flowers the way I saw them. I looked closely at the flowers. I painted a camellia. I painted it big so people would notice. I painted a Jack in the Pulpit. I painted it big so people would see. I painted poppies and petunias and sunflowers and jimson weeds and irises and apple blossoms. My garden bloomed until everyone saw the flowers the way I saw them. But still, I looked to the sky. The distance has always been calling me. I went to the New Mexico desert, so far away that no one ever comes. I was satisfied to be by myself. It was too dry for the flowers to grow, but there were bones. I gathered the bones. Big bones, little bones, short bones, long bones, a cow's skull, a horse's skull, a ram's skull, and brought the bones home to paint. One day I held one up against the sky, and I saw blue through that hole, and I painted what I saw. I saw the sky and the red hills. I walked in the hills at daybreak and twilight, at noon and at starlight. I painted the arms of two red hills reaching out to the sky and holding it. I painted the Pedernal Mountain in the far away. I painted it over and over and over again, and then again and again. God told me if I painted that mountain enough, he'd give it to me. I drove my Model A across the desert and back, and up and down and over the hills. I painted in my studio on wheels until the afternoon bees chased me home. Even in winter, I went far out into the far away and painted in the bitter cold. I painted when the wind was so strong, it nearly blew me away. I did other things that people don't do. I climbed my ladder to the night sky to wait for the sun. I slept under the stars to see the morning sky when I woke. I stayed in the desert. My hair turned from black to gray to white as the bones. I still walked the red hills. My pile of bones grew. My flowers bloomed in the desert. And the Pedernal was mine. And the sky. Oh, it was still wonderful. I painted the sky one more time. I painted my sky big so people would see the sky the way I did. I worked from dawn to dusk every day for weeks and months. And then I painted the last cloud. The sun slipped behind the Pedernal, and I laid my brushes down. Kiss the sky for me. Georgia O'Keeffe lived to be 98 years old. In museums all across the land, people see her flowers, deserts, hills, cities, and skies the way she did. We all see things very differently, and we all try to help others to see the way that we see things. And I hope that we all try to see things the way others see things as well. This is a pretty cool book. She's got some good stuff. I may have mispronounced some things. I'm sure I did. So don't take my pronunciation for the flowers and those mountains. I tried to listen to them, but you never know if the people that on a video are pronouncing them right or not. Like there I was pronouncing names wrong. So, my friends, but I did kind of want to share this one because I thought it was kind of neat that Georgia knew right away what she wanted to be. Some of us do, some of us don't, and that's okay. She just was somebody who happened to know. And I also love how she wanted to show people the way that she saw things. And if we all would try to explain to people the way we see things, and if we all would listen when other people explained to us, dude, think about how cool and beautiful things could be. Oh my goodness, Miss Ng gets emotional. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.